I just had lunch with one of my favorite people in the world, and I was pouring out to them everything that was going on in my life. And they said to me at one point, "You really should be chronicling everything that you're going through." And so here I am. And I'm not going to try to make it look good or try to make myself look good. I'm just going to share what is happening as I go through this, which feels like a really intense period in my life, an eye of the needle, if you will. And I'm not exactly sure where to start, but maybe the best place to start is where I am right now. And where I am right now is in London. I am 44, a mother of two. I have played the violin my whole life and been a professional violinist for the last 20 years. And at some point in the last few years, post-divorce, post-complex PTSD, recovery, I felt the need for a change. And so I am now reinventing myself and building my business as a coach. And as if that wasn't enough, right in the middle of this big career transition, last summer I ended the second longest relationship in my life, which lasted 7 years. And I believed what was said to me in terms of, well, all sorts of things. And I'm still living in my ex's house. And I have been working towards moving out and rebuilding my finances and making use of all the resources at my disposal. And I thought I had a deposit. I was gearing up to start looking for a flat. And I no longer have that deposit. And I feel really stupid because, well, I'm 44. I'm highly qualified as a musician. I love being a musician. And somehow I haven't managed to make a living in London from doing what I love. And I've made peace with that. And I am now having to be financially solvent as an adult for the first time. It costs me a lot to admit that I have never been financially independent. And that's one of the stories that I'm working on, because my experience is not the story. The story that I tell is separate from that. And so I've been peeling the onion of stories which are old patterns which I'm now questioning. Those stories are what got me to this place in my life. And I don't want to find myself in this particular place ever again. And so I've been peeling that onion. And one of the very first painful narratives that I had to work on was that being 44, and all the training that I have, and never having been able to be financially independent was shameful. That's a story. And the reality is that I've always worked really hard. I was very good at what I did. And I raised two beautiful boys. I'm still raising two beautiful boys. And the reality of my experience is very simply that I am in a place from which I need to move out. And I'm learning how to play with what's there to move into the next chapter of my life. And it's hard because I keep catching myself. Um, telling stories about being a victim and what other people are doing to me and all these constructs which really only exist inside my head. And so this is the first video that I'm going to make to share with you how I travel through this really intense period. And as things stand, I need to find a deposit for a flat. I need to start flat hunting. And at the same time, I am exploring all the avenues that become available to me or that I see in order to make more of my coaching skills. And through it all, I'm coaching myself. I mean, this is kind of the point. So I am going to share with you how I coach myself through all of this. And I have no doubt that I'm going to make lots of mistakes. And I have no doubt that some of it will probably be quite ugly. And there will be days where I will turn on the video and I will be telling a story which doesn't serve me. And I will try and coach myself through that. And hopefully some of it might be useful to some of you out there. So that's it for now. And until next time.